Welcome to this episode of Heal Your Past, Master Your Future. My name's Tracy Malone, and I'm so glad that you have joined me here and now. If the thought of trusting someone, even someone kind, makes you tense up, then this is the episode for you. Take a little breath right now and ask yourself, how am I at letting other people in? If you're not sure, I'm going to invite you to imagine yourself now standing still and somebody who you like, and they're a safe person. They're not a dangerous person. They're not an unsafe person. Don't put yourself in that position, but a safe person that you know. See yourself standing there and see that person walking towards you. Imagine that. Just really notice what you feel in your body when you've got this person walking towards you, this safe, secure person walking towards you. Does your body soften and open as they get closer, or does your body tense up? Do you pull away a little bit? Have you noticed your breath is shortening? Just take a breath now that you've done that. Come back into this moment. Just tell yourself you're safe here. It's okay. We're exploring today. If trusting others feels terrifying, if you felt that tension in your body, if letting somebody come close feels like handing them a weapon that they're really going to use against you eventually, if you long for connection, but your body says, no, you're not safe, then this is the episode for you. Trust isn't broken because you're weak or unworthy. Your lack of trust that you're feeling is not because you're broken, it's not because you're weak, and it's not because you're unworthy. Trust feels broken because your nervous system learned, the parts of you learned, often through pain or betrayal, that closeness comes with a cost. You learned that closeness came at a cost. It's really important. I want that to land in your body. Today, I'm not going to force you to just trust more. This isn't a podcast where I'm going to say, just start trusting people. You're safe. You're fine. Trust people. We're going to honor the wisdom of your body, and I'll guide you through how to gently, compassionately, and really beautifully and safely begin to rewire your nervous system so that one day trust can feel safe for you again. Just know that you deserve real safety. Everyone does. You deserve love you don't have to brace yourself for. And you deserve to move at your own pace. It's really normal for people with, in parentheses, trust issues, that part of you wants connection and part of you feels it. So it's a real push-pull that goes on inside your body, and it's so incredibly common. And it's a really normal response for your body to have from your childhood trauma pattern. After trauma, especially relational trauma, so this is in our relationship with our parents, it's not your heart that mistrusts. Everyone goes, my heart can't take it. It's not your heart, it's your nervous system. It's your parts of self. And that's a real relief because that can be healed. Today, you'll learn why trust feels unsafe and how to begin to feel safe again, not by forcing it, but by healing it. You don't have to gaslight yourself and override yourself and make yourself trust other people. There is another way. What happened in our childhood has so much of a bearing on how it is that we see the world today and how we connect in relationships. So if trauma taught your body that connection equals danger, some of the things, you might have been betrayed by a parent, you might have had to parent a parent, you might have been abandoned by a parent, and I mean emotionally or physically. So if you had an emotionally unavailable parent, if you had a parent with narcissistic tendencies, if there was an emotional neglect there, if you were not allowed to feel your feelings, if you were left to cry alone in your room because your parents didn't want you to be sad around them, if you weren't allowed to be angry in front of other people, all of these teach your body that people are unsafe. Feel that? It's not about weakness and it's not about being broken. This is the biggest thing that this is why I keep going with my work because I just want people to know there's nothing wrong with you. You're having a perfectly normal response to what happened to you as a child. This is a survival adaptation. Okay, your body learned to protect you by staying guarded because letting your guard down got you hurt time after time after time. And so your body learned a way to protect yourself. Now, the nervous system's role in this, if we look at this through the polyvagal lens, the ventral vagal state is the state of safety, connection, and calm. So you can meditate all you like and you can do all the things that you like, but if you're not working directly on your vagus nerve to build tone and capacity there, the chances of you feeling safety in your body are being significantly reduced. Okay. Sympathetic or dorsal state, that's our threat shutdown and freeze. So sympathetic is the mobilization of fear. Dorsal is fear without mobilization. And we had to mobilize when we're in our sympathetic state and we needed fight, flight, we needed somebody there to support us, to help us feel safe, to move back up to our ventral state of safety. We didn't have that person. We were told, no, don't do it. No, don't mobilize it. Don't actually feel your feelings. Don't regulate your nervous system by feeling what it is that you're actually feeling and expressing and mobilizing that. If I'm really sad and scared, I would normally cry. By letting my body shake a bit and having somebody safe hold me, by if I'm feeling really angry or frustrated, letting my body move through that. Cue, celebrate every kid you see screaming in a shopping center from now on because they're mobilizing that serious sympathetic state of fight or flight. They're regulating their nervous system by doing that. They're not doing it to make anyone's life harder. They're doing it to bring their body. They're actually in a state of regulating their nervous system because it's the exact response their nervous system should be having to what it's feeling at that moment in time. It's as we grow older that we're told we're not allowed to do those things anymore to regulate our nervous system. Therefore, we have so much dorsal vagal state. As we're moving through the world, we drop into dorsal vagal so much into that collapse, shutdown, freeze, fawn state because we were never able to mobilize. And when we're not able to mobilize, we learn a patterned response of a survival adaptation of people aren't safe. Nobody's letting me mobilize. There's nobody here to keep me safe. So I have to do this by myself. Letting people in is not safe for me. After trauma, the body defaults to protection, even when no threat is present. I'm going to say that again. After trauma, the body defaults to protection, even when no threat is present. This is what our body does. And if you see your nervous system and your parts as your inner child as well, boy, can you do some great healing. Some signs that your nervous system doesn't feel safe with trust. If you flinch when you're being touched, if you feel really suspicious, even without reason, if you just really, somebody wants to do something nice for you and they say, can I help you? And you're like, what? Can I carry that for you? What? Why would you want to do that for me? And you have a moving away, not a leaning in, not even a staying in the moment and feeling if that would be okay for you. You have that flight response. There's those tiny flight responses of kind of leaning away or cringing. Why would you want to do that for me? Pulling away when intimacy deepens. So when somebody wants to get to know you better, or you have a really deep and beautiful moment with somebody and you feel fear about seeing them again, if you sabotage safe relationships, if you feel like safe relationships are boring, this is for you. Overthinking, hypervigilance, or fear of abandonment. These are all signs that your nervous system doesn't feel safe with trusting others. And the really important thing to understand here is that you don't force your way into trust. It's not like say 50 affirmations a day. I trust people. It's safe for me to trust people. I can trust people. I can trust people. Today I'll trust people. Today I'll trust that safe person. It's not going to work. You don't force your way into trust. You create safety inside yourself first, and then trusting will come naturally to you. And then trusting will come more naturally to you. It will still take a little bit of time, but you build the safety in your body, and trusting people is a lot easier. And you need to build micro moments of safety first. Don't start with big leaps because you will, parentheses, fail. And you will say, see, I told you it doesn't work. I really shouldn't trust anyone. I was right. And that's your inner child doing that. You start with tiny moments. We're building capacity. And because the lack of trust and the lack of safety in your body leaves you in the dorsal state, we need to do a few things at once here. We need to build the tone of the vagus nerve at the same time of building safety and reparenting the inner child to be able to bring you back to a state of safety in your body. So the tiny moments, the micro moments, we're going to start with little things out in the world. Notice a kind smile and let yourself feel it. And somatic work is about noticing what happens in your body when you let yourself do that. So I notice a kind smile. Somebody smiles at me. They don't want anything from me. They just smiled. Let yourself feel it and see what happens. And when you do let yourself feel it, see what happens in your body. And if you feel a response in your body, maybe you could take your hand and maybe you could place it on the part of your body that you feel it. If your heart just goes a little bit slower or beats too fast or wants to stop or something, place your hand on your heart. And then just say, they smiled. That's all. It was a smile. And I'm worthy. I am worthy of being smiled at. And I've got this. They're safe. I've got this. You're safe. Maybe you're out shopping and you allow someone to hold the door open for you without rushing past. You just literally walk through the door without rushing. It's a real moment of then again feeling what it feels like in your body. If your heart starts racing, place your hand on your heart and you go, see, some people are safe people, and I'm allowed to receive kindness from others, from safe people, and it's okay, and I've got this, and you're okay. You're here with me now. I've got this, you're okay. And the I've got this, you're okay, and the one that you're talking to, imagine your adult self, your today's self talking to your inner child. Because your inner child is the one who learned that safety wasn't okay. And the touching your body connects with your inner child and also connects with your nervous system. And it tells your body that, because connection with body in that way, in touching it, really soothes the nervous system and lets the vagus nerve know you're safe. Notice your body's tension when connecting. Breathe into it without judgment. Just let it be there. Let it be there. Don't tell yourself you're wrong for feeling it. Don't tell yourself that it shouldn't be there. You shouldn't be feeling that. That was a safe person. You should feel safe now. No, you should feel exactly what you're feeling. The only time we come into trouble in life is when we tell ourselves we shouldn't be feeling the exact thing that we are feeling. Something else you might like to consider is co-regulation first, then self-regulation. So trust often begins outside of you through safe co-regulating experiences. So safe people in your life can create nervous system regulation. Calm voices, open body language, consistent actions. And only do this step if you have somebody who is safe in your life that you can do this with. If you don't have anyone that you can do this with, you can co-regulate with pets, nature, music, or your own breath. And you don't have to do this with another human yet. Even if you have a safe person, you're like, oh, I'm not ready for that yet. No. Co-regulate with pets. They're amazing, especially dogs. And cats purring, what do you think that's for? Yeah, the cat's purring is such a beautiful, soothing thing. Dogs love being patted. They're like, oh my God, this connection is the best thing ever, which helps you regulate your body. Nature is your own big, beautiful, your own. Nature is our own big, beautiful mother that holds us every day. She's under our feet. She's got us. And so you can really lean into her and lay out on her. Maybe you could lay on your back under a tree, look up through the leaves of the tree to the sky. And that's a really beautiful way to regulate your nervous system, to use grounding. There's a whole bunch of things happen through that exercise. It's a really huge one. That one comes from Zach Bush, MD. He says that one is a way for you to, it taps into the memory of who we truly are. So there's a little extra Easter egg nugget of gold for you in that one. Co-regulating really is about giving you the safety of how to regulate your nervous system that you didn't get when you were a child. So you're not just being held now by another adult. They're using calm voices, open body language with you, consistent actions with you. Maybe they can just sit next to you and not even speak. You're just co-regulating your nervous systems. You're feeling their body and their heartbeat and their sense of safety, and it's letting your body feel it's safe. So you're here in the present moment with them, but your inner child is also learning that there are safe people in the world, and you're building safety with your inner child, and that external person is really helping you to reparent yourself by doing that. And it's about really teaching your body, your inner child, a new story. Speaking safety into your inner child. It's safe to be seen. I'm allowed to receive kindness without fear. I am worthy of kindness. Find your own words with that, what really resonates with you. As you touch the part of your body that feels a little bit elevated, a little bit activated, and needs a little bit of soothing. You could use some other gentle somatic practices like self-holding, self-hugging. So I love hugging a pillow. You can cross your arms over in front of yourself and hold your upper arms and just give yourself a little rub up and down your arms. It's like you would do if your arms were cold. If you're wearing a t-shirt in a cold day, you would cross your arms over yourself and rub your hands up and down your arms. You can do that to bring that sense of hugging and safety. Rocking is another one. So you can sit on the ground and you can rock. You can sit in a rocking chair and do it. You can rock back and forth in your chair now. Slow rhythmic movement is what we're after to rebuild that sense of safety in your body. And now it's time to reframe what trust actually means. Trust doesn't mean you're never going to be hurt again. That's a very immature way of seeing the world. And that's how we know if we hold that story, we know that's an inner child wound because it's classic child. I trust you, therefore you'll never hurt me again. Well, that's not really very possible, is it? Trust is believing in your ability to repair, set boundaries, and walk away if needed. You can repair a relationship with a safe person. If you cannot repair a relationship, then they're not a safe person. And setting boundaries and walking away is probably a really great decision for yourself to make. And once you start building safety in your body, do not be surprised when this needs to happen with a whole bunch of people, because there are a whole bunch of people who are a little bit codependent and who thrive on your codependency. So when you're not codependent anymore, when you're asking for safety and for boundaries, they might not like that. So walking away might be a really good thing to do. Trust is about, I can trust myself to handle whatever happens. And this is where reparenting is so important. Reparenting is whatever happens, I can handle it. My inner child feels safe because I'm there and I can do this for them. My safety doesn't rely on how the other person treats me. My safety relies on my ability to handle whatever happens. Self-trust is the foundation of relational trust. Okay, you must trust yourself first before you can ever trust somebody else. Okay, so you're healing. You've started doing this. What happens next? What is this whole healing thing? It's not like, okay, I've listened to your podcast, I can trust the world again. I let somebody open a door for me, so today I'm healed. Is that right? At first, safety is going to feel really uncomfortable for you. So when it feels uncomfortable, please don't think, oh God, it hasn't worked. This is stupid, and let your inner child drive the bus again. Back to big protective mechanisms. Your system, if you have a lack of trust in your body, your system, your body, your inner child is used to chaos. It may mistake calm for boredom or danger. If you come from a really chaotic household when you're a child, and even if your household wasn't chaotic as such, and you just had a parent that yelled at you, that's really scary for a little child's nervous system. If I raise my voice, my son, he really goes into straight into sympathetic state and he leaves his body very quickly. So we have a lot of things in our house around raised voices because it's too dysregulating for all of us. If you're raised in a home where yelling was normal and raised voices were normal, then when you have quiet, you know it's going to be broken by being frightened soon enough. You know it's going to be broken sooner rather than later. So instead of being able to sit in ventral vagal, you'd need to tone your vagus nerve as well to get there and actually sit in the rest. You're actually going to be, when you get to a state of quiet, you're actually going to be sympathetic response. You're going to be sitting in fear, waiting for the next bomb to drop, because that's what you're used to. And so just don't be surprised when this happens. Just say, this will take time. This will take time for me to feel safe in ventral vagal. This is really important. Slow is fast. Healing trust requires patience with your body's timeline, not your mind's expectation, because they are different. Your inner child wants it now, 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 which is your mind's expectations, really is those thoughts that keep looping in your mind. And as you know from episodes in my podcast, your mind is a little part of you wanting to be seen and healed. And so, inner child wants things to happen now. Kids don't have patience. Your body requires patience, though, and building trust within your body requires patience. So, it is consistently letting your inner child know that it's okay, it'll take time, but I've got this. And the most important thing to understand is that relapsing into old reactions, like letting your inner child drive the bus, shutting somebody out, saying no to help and things like that, it doesn't mean you failed. Every time you choose to notice and gently correct, you're rewiring. You're rewiring your brain, you're rewiring your nervous system. It's starting to feel safety because you've noticed it happened. And awareness is the first stage of healing. We must become aware of things before we can heal them. And so if you sit in awareness, oh, I did that again, for the next couple of months, that's okay. You're exactly where you're meant to be, exactly where you're meant to be, and you will move as fast as your body needs to. And that's why in the healing work that I do one-on-one, I say to people all the time, your body will show me the way. I have no timeline on how fast this should be. Your body will let us know, it will let me know what you're ready for and what needs to be healed next. I don't choose that, your body does. You're in full control. So just really know that you don't have to trust the whole world right now. You don't have to do anything different right now. Start by creating one safe breath, one safe moment and maybe even one safe connection. And right now, you could just maybe you could place your hand over your heart and take a breath and say, I am learning that it's safe to trust again. And that's really different to, this is where affirmations, I have a course on supercharging your affirmations. And what it's about is don't gaslight yourself by saying, it's safe for me to trust people. It's safe for me to trust people. It's safe for me to trust people. What? No, it's not. A beautiful thing to say to yourself. And an affirmation is a conversation and a dialogue between you and your inner child and your inner parts. And so if you just are yelling at your inner part saying, it's safe for you to trust, it's safe for you to trust, and they don't feel like trusting, you're creating more separation within yourself. However, saying, I am learning that it's safe to trust again. I'm willing to work on this. It has a completely different feeling in your body. Healing trust is a journey back to yourself. You are not broken. Do you know what you are? Brave. It is so brave to do this work and to learn how to trust again. And an invitation here, if you're like, I want an action step now. What is another actual action step? What can I take from this podcast? You might want to journal if you are a journaler, or if you are a thinker, you might want to take this question for a walk. What does my body believe about trust? What does my inner child believe about trust? And if you've listened to this and you can think of someone and you're like, oh my God, this person would really benefit from this. I really benefit from this, and I think they would too. Why not send them this episode? And from here, be really patient with yourself, and celebrate the small wins. The hand that stayed open, the breath that you stayed present with a breath. That's a huge win. And the moment you softened instead of bracing, that's a real win. You're doing such brave work of becoming someone who can trust again. And you're doing it one breath at a time and one heartbeat at a time. And that is enough. So thank you so much for walking this path with me today. And remember, you are already closer than you think. Feel your past and feel more you. Master your future, it's all within you. Tracing alone, you'll find your way to brighter moments starting today. To brighter moments starting today. To brighter moments starting today.